That wasn't Steve Schmidt, and this is Joe Parisi, Dane County Executive. Thank you for being with us. It's been a rough 24 hours here in the county.
Yeah, a lot happening.
So we just heard the mayor saying people don't realize how bad it is. How bad is it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, particularly on the western side of the county, West Madison and the western side of the county. And actually in a couple of places it's not subsiding, it's getting a little worse because of the way the rain fell and the way it's flowing. Belleville is flooding now, Maizamani's still got a lot going on. So we're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, so let's touch on first, let's start with what the Sugar River watershed's doing down in Belleville. Are some homes in jeopardy there? I mean, what's the situation there?
Yeah, well, right now, the Sugar River is at record levels. It's never been this high before. And so the flooding is just, beginning to increase in Belleville. So we're assessing there. As you mentioned, in Maizamani, we're going door to door. There are 3 boats out just checking on people, suggesting that they evacuate, but it's not a forced evacuation, and making sure that everyone's okay.
And you've opened some temporary shelters for folks.
Yeah, we worked with the Red Cross. They've opened up 3 shelters, one on the west side of Madison, one in Maizamani, and one in Cross Plains.
Yeah, I think it's West High School, where else did I say? Glacier Creek in Cross Plains, and one other location. Maizamani Elementary School, important for people to know. And those just opened at the top of the hour, so important for people to know where they can go if they need a place to stay. We
are entering the afternoon rush hour. What's the status of our roads and highways?
Well, it's ever changing. I mean, they're getting better in the city of Madison. I was out and about on the west side today and all the way out to Cross Plains. But as was reported just a little earlier, there are stretches of highways and roads that are closed. So people need to be aware and be cautious and have patience. It's going to be a little tricky for them.
We saw the bridge on 14 over Black Earth Creek gone.
Yeah.
Do you know of any other areas, like infrastructure things that are going to need major cost repairs here yet?
Well, we're in the process of assessing now. There are going to be a lot of roadways that are still underwater that we need to assess. A big chunk of the Cap City Bike Trail, a big intersection we know has washed away, so that's going to have to be totally redone. And then, of course, there are all the houses and businesses that we're still assessing. A lot of damage.
And people are encouraged to call 211 if they do have damage. What can they expect if they make that phone call?
Yeah, if you call 211, that's if you're a person with the damage to your home. A business should contact their local municipality, and then they can help you walk through the steps of what you have to document and what you have to do to make sure that you can get the help you need and see if you can get insurance or any assistance.
Now, I saw Senator Erpenbach, I think, sent a request for a state of emergency declaration to the governor. What are some of these different levels of states of emergency? What does that mean? What does that do, and how does that make things better?
Yeah, so this morning we declared a state of emergency in Dane County, and what that does is it gets the wheels in motion so that we can apply and hopefully receive federal emergency aid to help the various folks that are going to suffer from this event, get some reimbursement, low interest loans, that type of thing. But it's mostly so that we can get some help for people down the road.
And the statewide state of emergency, that could possibly trigger the National Guard coming in to help?
Yeah, I don't think that we'll need that at this point. It doesn't look like, but we want to make sure that we're asking for everything that's available, so what we need is there for us when we need it. And then again in the aftermath, so the people who do suffer economic losses have somewhere to turn and can potentially get some help.
Well, take us through your last 24 hours in the last minute we have here. I mean, you've had some incredible county employees. I saw deputies flying around last night trying to get to people, help them. It's been an incredible 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because we have folks who have been up for virtually 24 hours straight. We turned on the Dane County Emergency Management, and that's where everyone comes together, emergency management. The 911 Center did an amazing job. They were overrun with phone calls. Our deputies, all of the first responders throughout the county and throughout the community have done a great job. This happened quickly. We knew it was going to rain, but who knew we were going to get 15 inches of rain in Cross Plains, right?
Yeah,
and that's part of what makes this so dangerous. This happens so fast. The rain comes down. People aren't prepared. They're out in their cars, and the next thing they know, they're stuck, they're stranded, or they're in trouble. So, really hats off to the first responders and everyone who's come together to help.
And the utility companies out getting the power back on to folks. It was a rough night all around. And now it's cleanup time and helping each other out, and just patience, I think, is the key here.
Absolutely.
All right.
Joe, you're going to be on the morning show tomorrow. So
I am.
Go home, maybe get a nap.
Speaking of no sleep, right?
Well, we appreciate you stopping by. It's good to see you. Thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
Take care.
There is other